they say can be done. We've got a long way to go and a short time to get there. I'm eastbound, just watch your man run.
Welcome to week 1 of the Tonto's Demise podcast. I'm Detonators. Tonto Bowl 6 champ sitting here with
Matt Detling, Space Antelopes, Tonto Bowl 1 and 3 champion.
And we're sitting here live and feeling good because, well, Detling's feeling really good right now. Because
I am seeing Julio Jones on the first 2 plays of the game with the ball. I love it. Give it to Julio all year, all day, all freaking night long.
The first 2 plays of the NFL season, Detling is pretty much the only one who gets points.
That's right.
You gotta love that. I mean, you're having flashbacks. We're going to Freeman.
Oh my God. Oh no. Darn you, Jay.
We really should stop watching the game because this is gonna be all night.
Yeah, we're gonna be shooting ourselves.
Doing play-by-play.
Well, we just wait till the offense. I mean, we can do the offense. I don't care when the Eagles have the ball.
All right. Well, we are excited, as everybody is, to get the season started. Everything counts now. The points are live. I'm going up against a Titan this week. Gags, who you going up against?
I'm going up against Jay Huber, the vaunted Huber brothers.
Yeah.
And Jay, it was either Jay or Jimmy that said, "I love you, Det, but I have to hate you at least twice a year. 1 day a year, 2 days out of the whole year. And this is the first day Jay Huber has to hate me."
Yep. And in about 12 more weeks, he's gonna hate you again.
12, 13,
11, whatever.
Yep, you're right.
Yeah.
Exactly. So, good luck to everybody else except for Jay this particular week. And what else you want to talk about there, Brian?
I mean, I wish Gags would have been here for the podcast. Since we're going head-to-head, we could have interviewed him. If you're going to drive 6 hours out of your way, you got to stop by and at least do a quick interview.
Well,
you think?
I mean, yeah, but he's probably puffing on his vapor thing that he didn't even know where he was at.
Yeah.
He's just kind of cruising along. Like you said, 3 of his brake things got screwed up, so
yeah.
It's pretty bad.
Fat clouds. Fat
clouds.
That's what Jay calls it. Fat clouds.
That's what who calls it? Dr. J?
Just Jay.
Oh, just Jay?
Yeah.
I mean, they're both from the Philly area, so I mean, Jay and Dr. J?
That's true. Dr. J might also call them fat clouds. I don't know.
Oh, he probably got some other words for it, man. Dr. J probably smoked a lot of fat clouds back in the day.
Yeah, no doubt. All right. So first thing right off the bat, I want to get your candid reaction about the draft. What were your thoughts overall on the event?
On the event? Well, first off, I was extremely surprised that it was at my house, and I didn't even know it. I don't know how you guys, when you decided this. Hold on. Pause. Is that Julio? It's Julio
Almost
at the 5-yard line. All right, anyway. Super excited about it. I love the draft. I loved all the food. Like I said, it felt like a kid. I thought you guys could give me a gift. I didn't even know what was going on. Why did you guys do that?
It was like a surprise birthday party.
It was like a surprise birthday party.
Yeah.
I literally said I was craving tacos, and boom, there was a 12-pack of Taco Bell there. Who did that? You guys are awesome. Whoever did that, that's awesome.
It was all Craig and Jutt.
Was it?
Yeah.
Man, you guys, Kitchen of Love showed a lot of love to me, and I do appreciate it. And like I said, I was completely oblivious. The doorbell rang, and it was Tree Sice. And hold on 1 second. Okay, good. Devontae Freeman did not score. It was Tree Sice sitting there. I didn't hear the bell twice until my mom came down. I was like, "What are you doing here?" "Oh, just in the air. I thought I'd say swing by." And I was like, "Okay, well, we're probably gonna," because I kept asking Brian. It's like, "Brian, don't we gotta go? It's 11 o'clock." And then Brian and Jay
It's
are
funny
down.
because Detling never wants to get anywhere on time.
But you and Jay are down there throwing the football.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what are they doing throwing the football? We gotta go. And then Justin comes up, he's come up the back deck.
With his coffee mug and
Yeah,
everything.
and I'm like, what are you doing here? And he said, I just think it's swinging by for a couple minutes before the draft. And I figured, maybe it's supposed to, hang out and chat. And I'm completely oblivious.
Yes.
Gullible. I was being you, Brian.
You totally were.
It never occurred to me
that maybe the draft was going to be there.
Yeah, and then I was like, all right, well, we got to go soon. And you guys were like, 11:15. Then I literally had to go to the bathroom. I had to drop a deuce.
That's when you went upstairs.
Yeah, I went upstairs. I texted Craig, and I was like, Craig, when's the draft? And he's like, it's happening right now. Like, big capital letters. I was like, trying to finish my deuce off.
Nice.
I'm like, oh my God, we got to go. I got to run down the stairs. And then I go to, and then there's Craig. I go, Craig, what are you doing? And he's like, the draft's here, baby.
Oh, is that how you found out?
Yeah, because I came down the stairs and he was Craig. It's just so funny. And I was like, oh, why? What's going on? Why is it going on like this? But and then I looked at there's so much food. Bean brought his cake. Like there's multiple donuts, the noodle, all the pasta, the sliders, tacos. Everything was so good. I was kind of jealous. They took their donuts, and I was hoping like they'd leave their donuts.
Nice.
But yeah, but Jay, you guys went out for coffee and donuts, Dunkin' Donuts. And you guys brought those back. And I was like, that's pretty cool.
Treated,
you guys.
man. You were really treated.
I felt like I won a championship. I won the championship of friendship.
Oh, that's great.
Right? So,
you did.
In the bottom of my heart, I thank everybody. And Devonta Freeman did not score.
Just got stuffed.
Pretty crazy.
That's my Eagles D right there.
That's a victory for me as well, as far as him not getting 6 easy points.
Yeah.
But why? What was the reason for you guys doing?
Well, I mean, you'd have to ask Craig that. He came up with the idea himself. He just basically texted everybody and said, "Hey, the draft is not going to be at the hotel. He squared it away with your parents, and he said the draft is going to be at your place." He never really gave a full reason. Maybe he just wanted to get back to like some of the old drafts we used to have. But I thought it was kind of fun. I enjoyed it. I like a house draft.
Yeah, me too.
It's more relaxed, but It was very, very comical to see how oblivious you were to it all, especially the night before when we're all hanging out at your house and your mom's like, "Now, I know this draft is like at 11 o'clock. I'm not going to be up yet. I just don't know." And you're just like, "Don't worry about it. It's down at the hotel. You don't have to be up." But
oh, yeah, that's right. You guys said she let it out of the bag like 4 times.
Yeah. And then the Wi-Fi was out the night before, and Jay said something like, "Oh, that's not going to be good for tomorrow."
Oh, really?
Yeah. And I'm thinking like, oh, geez. Like, that, again, not that you were even thinking about it.
I mean, I wasn't. I was thinking, why would I be looking for those clues?
Yeah. But they were all there, and you missed them. So that's good.
It was good to be completely oblivious, and I apologize for the Wi-Fi. It was pretty shady. It was out. That's at Atlantic City Broadband.
Yep.
You guys ever see Stan Wozniak? Tell him.
Blame him. But it worked out. I mean, for the most part, we had Jimmy there. You know.
Yeah. Yeah.
In spirit, but also on the iPad, thanks to your Wi-Fi and Gags. His iPad.
So what do you call that basement? Fortress of Solitude or something?
I think it's the Fortress of Solitude or the Basement of Solitude, one of the two.
I like Fortress better.
Yeah, me too. If it's not Fortress of Solitude, change it.
Yeah, they had a lot of crap down there.
Yeah, that was pretty nice. Really nice.
So yeah. But yeah, that's pretty awesome, guys. Thank you very much. And
it was nice having it, even though it was outside. It was shaded. It wasn't too hot.
I know Craig said something. Well, at least that can still bitch that it's outside.
Yeah. After all that, it's still outside.
It was at least it was shady, and there was some wind going on. There was towards the end it started getting a little hotter, but that's all right. Yeah. It might have been all the food I had in my head, like the meat sweats. You wouldn't know anything about that, Brian. You're a vegan.
I used to have the meat sweats.
Well,
no longer.
Maybe one day we'll go back.
The veggie sweats.
The veggie sweats. You don't get veggie sweats. Maybe you're eating the Impossible Burger.
Yeah, I get the kale sweats.
The kale sweats?
I just made that up.
Okay, I was gonna say, is that a thing?
No, it's not. All right, so the only thing that was truly missing at the draft was a commissioner. I know he wanted to be there. It's always better if you have all 12 guys there.
Yeah.
Because it's so, in the modern era of being an adult, it's so difficult getting anybody in the same place, let alone 12 guys who each have their own responsibilities in the same place.
Yeah.
So it's incredible. We got 11 people there, including Treesice.
A miracle.
Yeah. I mean, I had my doubts, but, he pulled through, and I was happy to see him there. Treesice is in full force.
Treesice in full force.
Yeah. And did you hear him kind of walk by the camera to Jimmy after the second round? He's like, "Hey, Jimmy, I got to go. Can you take care of the rest of this draft for me?" Well, he knew how mad Jimmy was, too. Yeah. Oh, man.
Oh, that's funny.
Treesice, if you're listening to this, Jimmy had you so close to exiting this league. That's all I'm going to say about it. Like, not that we don't want you in the league, but Jimmy was kind of getting tired. So
I don't even know if that'd have to come down like a league vote or something.
I don't know.
That's
I don't know.
because we never had that.
But
I guess the opportunity to kick somebody out.
But I'm very happy that Treesice is still in the league.
Yeah. And I also want to add, for all of you that did not have a slice of Beans cake,
how was it?
You were. Incredible? I am sorry, it's your loss, man, because it was incredible. It was
first
nice.
Place.
It should have been first place.
Yeah.
Better presentation, I guess, this time. It was tasty, fluffy, rich. The strawberry cream in the middle was amazing. My parents loved it. I actually wish I would have taken one more piece for myself. But yeah, as usual, Bean does not disappoint with the food.
No.
So thank you, Bean, and you're a champion in my heart. All right, the first segment we got here is the draft review. This is the point where we go through your teams and give you what we think is your best pick and your worst pick in our humble opinions.
Yeah.
And the first team we're going to do is we're going to basically go from 1 to 12. So it's going to be Disco. My best pick for him is going to be Matt. I don't know, Breda in the 14th round. Mainly because McKinnon went down.
Would that have been still your best pick had you not known that?
No.
Yeah.
No, I actually, I would maybe say Baltimore defense. I love Baltimore defense. I'm just a big fan of them.
Yeah, in 11th round, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm going to say best pick. It's going to take a while for it to play out, but I think LeGarrette Blount. I mean, I think 18th round, it's good value. You never.
Yeah, it's pretty good value.
He had a pretty down year last year, but I still think he's got a little bit left in the tank.
Yeah. Actually, it's funny because one guy at work, we were talking about who's going to win the Super Bowl. And he goes, everybody's talking about, the Patriots, this, that, and the guys that he goes, I'm taking the Detroit Lions. Everybody started laughing at him. He's like, think about it. So LeGarrette Blount effect.
That's so funny.
Patriots, Eagles, and then the Detroit Lions.
Yeah, that's pretty funny.
So that was your best one for him? Well, what's your worst?
Le'Veon Bell. Just kidding.
I mean, could very well play out that way, unfortunately.
But it's like that. I would have never said that. I really do feel bad for Disco. The fact that he might not play the first 10 weeks.
Oh, it's so salty.
Yeah.
I'd be so salty.
Yeah, because I mean,
I am salty. I have him in the other league.
Yeah, clearly I would have taken him if he had taken anybody else. If he took Zeke, I would have taken Bell.
Yeah.
So, I think Calvin Ridley is a little too early in the 6th round. I think it's a good pick. I just feel it's a little early.
That's funny because that's what I was going to say. Calvin Ridley was my pick as well.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, I don't dislike the player, just don't like where he took him. Yeah. And it's like he maybe really was targeting him, so took him a couple rounds early. I think 8th round, 9th round would have been good.
Yeah. Yeah, hey. Could be good, though.
Yeah.
Also,
side note, like runner-up, Jordan Reed. I heard he's fully healthy. If he has a breakout year, not a breakout year, but a year to his standards, that could be the steal of the draft in the 8th round. Mm-hmm. If he comes to like a tight end 2, of the entire league, that could be the best pick.
Alex Smith loves his tight ends.
Yeah.
All right, this next pick is Hillbillies on PCP. Here's, for my humble opinion, the best pick was Nyheim Hines of Indianapolis because he could be a PPR machine. And your worst pick was Josh Gordon of Cleveland in the 4th round because he is a head case and we just don't know what's going to get from him.
Yeah, but I feel like he's got his head straight. He stayed off of Hard Knocks. He really kind of stayed in the background. I think that's why he should have played. He didn't want to get mixed up with all the young guys going out partying.
Antonio Callaway.
Yeah, exactly. So I think it could be a horrible pick if he turns into the head case that he has been. However, could be a top 10 receiver. Could be a huge pick. I think Ronald Jones was my worst pick. Guy, he's the running back, 3rd running back now. I think they said he had 22 yards on 28 carries or something crazy like that in the entire preseason.
He's only good at running straight, fast. Can't catch the ball, apparently. So that is your uphill battle.
Yeah. I think my best pick was Ebron. I know you feel differently about it since you have Doyle, but
Doyle's a working man's man.
Yes, but 15th round for Ebron, who normally would go a lot earlier than that. I mean,
would he?
I think so. I think Ebron in years past, he went a lot earlier.
Really? I'd like to check that out.
I know Bigler used to be big on him.
I don't remember that.
I think so.
Okay.
But yeah, I think that he could be that second tight end that still gets a lot of looks. Because who does Luck have to throw to outside of T.Y. Hilton?
Ryan Grant, from the guy who came from the Redskins.
Yeah.
Chester Rogers.
Okay.
Nyheim Hines.
Yeah, a lot of running backs.
Jordan Wilkins. Marlon Mack.
Yep.
Jack Doyle.
Yep. Jack Doyle. I'm telling you, I think Jack Doyle, Ebron.
Ricky Prohl.
I don't even know who that is.
That's old. He's way back. Old Colt.
Funny. I think it's gonna be T.Y., Doyle, and Ebro. I think those three are going to get the majority of the catches.
Well, I hope you're right.
Yeah,
I
me
mean,
too.
as long as Doyle's involved.
Yeah. All right, that's enough of my team.
Okay.
All right, moving on to Possum Magic. I'd have to say his best pick, and I haven't looked at this really closely, but I'm going to give it to his last pick of the draft. I'm going to give it to Hunter Henry. I think it's a wise move. Solid tight end.
Yeah.
He'll be back next year, and you can keep him in the 19th round. What do you think his best is?
I think his best is actually Julian Edelman. What is it? Julian Edelman?
Yeah.
Julian is the Dominican Republican
That's so
pronunciation of Julian. Simply because he's a PPR target machine.
Yeah.
Once he comes back, if he can hold out, hold off the losses.
That is a good pick.
It is a nice thing to have your fourth receiver be Edelman.
Yeah, and what round would Edelman have gone if he wasn't hurt? Second?
I think second to third.
Yeah, second to third. So you got him like 3 rounds later, and he's only going to miss 4 games.
Right. Yep.
Yeah. So, good move there. I think your worst pick is probably Trey Burton.
Really? Trey Burton?
4th round? Are you crazy?
Dude, okay. Well, I'm going Lamar Miller.
I mean, yeah.
Second round.
Okay.
That's what I thought the worst
Yeah.
pick was.
I don't know. Trey Burton, in my opinion, probably would have gone till the 8th or 9th round.
Really?
I don't think so. I got look. I got Cal Rudolph in the 8th, and I think he's a better tight end than Trey Burton.
True, I was actually holding off on that Kyle Rudolph pick. I wanted to pick him, and I waited too
really?
long.
Yeah.
So, but
Snooze you lose.
snooze you lose. But yeah, could be right. Could be Trey. That is tough but he's got a lot of hype.
Yeah, I know. It could work out. I just think you got him too early.
Yeah. All right.
All right. Moving on.
Moving on. All right, the next team is the Mighty Midgets. I believe his best pick was Chris Godwin in the 12th round. I was actually wanted him and was jealous or envious that I did not pick him myself, and he got him.
I don't know much about him. Is he?
Penn State guy.
Okay.
And he's better than Deshaun Jackson, and I will say he's better than Mike Evans.
Wow, that's a huge statement.
Mike Evans just had 1 year with the touchdowns, and he's been overvalued ever since.
Is he a rookie, Godwin? Or is
No,
he second year?
I think it's his third
Oh
year.
wow, okay. All right, I think his best pick. I'm gonna go with Carson Wentz in the 9th round. I think that's a good value right there, and it's his second quarterback too.
True.
All
So
right.
once he can play Roethlisberger at the home matchups, and
You got
Wentz
it.
at the other matchups.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea. I think his worst pick is Corey Coleman
Corey Coleman.
because he's no longer in the league.
18th. Yeah. Pretty crazy how fast it went down.
The Browns, bounced him, and then
Dude, yeah, you
Bills sent him packing.
you can't make it on the Bills?
I know.
What?
Yeah, and he was a first-round pick in 2016.
Man,
Yeah.
oh man. I
So-
think his worst pick was Sammy Watkins. In the 8th.
I can't stand Sammy Watkins.
Can't stand him either.
Yeah,
It's just one of those things. Like, they just.
I try to avoid him at all costs.
Yeah, like, when he's on your. I think I had it one time. I might have traded. I can't remember trade for, but anyway, yeah, he had like one good game, and after that, it was just like the most frustrating thing.
Yep. Alrighty. All right, Gags is next. I think your best pick, without a shadow of a doubt, is Greg Zuerlein in the 13th round because you waited until after the 10th. No, I'm just kidding. That's a good pick just because you didn't waste a pick earlier.
They just call him the leg.
Greg the Leg.
Greg the leg.
I think your best pick is probably... I like Kelsey in the 3rd. I mean...
I knew he was going to take Kelsey in the 3rd. I knew it. And I knew
That's
he
your
would
boy.
not get back to me. And I think I told you when we did the draft thing, or I was mad because Gags was right in front of me.
Yeah.
Because that was going to be the reason what happened. I considered even trying to keep Kelsey in the 2nd before Hopkins.
Well, Gags and I were talking while we were on our little hike, and we were talking about how Kelsey...
Your draft Nirvana hike?
Yeah, draft Nirvana hike. And I think it was Gags talking about how, there's not really much difference at all between Kelsey and Gronk. And statistically.
Yeah.
And if Gronk goes in the first round, I think. Did he go first or second? I can't remember.
Second, I believe.
And you get Kelsey in the 3rd. I mean, I just think that's incredible value. So I'm giving Kelsey as the best pick. How about you?
As the best pick?
For him, yeah.
You're going to laugh at me. I'm going Gags' best pick, Saquon Barkley in the 1st round. I'm just so excited to see this guy.
Overall, yeah.
I'm so excited to see him play. I'm so amped up. I'm a Penn State guy. Everybody graduated. We want him to be successful.
Yeah.
And he's in a loaded offense. I mean, probably the weakest is Eli Manning.
Yeah.
But they should be a great show.
Over half of the league is just giddy about this guy. I mean, I'm not even one of them because I don't really watch college football.
Right. Well, if you would have seen him in Penn State, he's just amazing. Hey, Eli Manning looks at his quads in the shower, so apparently, they call him Saquon Barkley.
Ah, nice. All right, how about his worst pick?
Worst pick. Where was I at here?
You said Saquon Barkley.
No, I'm not going back. I'm going to say Devontae Parker in the 11th round.
Okay, yeah.
This guy's terrible.
Yeah, I've had him, and I just don't like him. He has all that potential, but he never pans out.
He's lazy, apparently.
Yeah, I'm just going to agree with Gags and say Garcon in the 4th.
The waiter.
Yeah, the waiter. Should have waited on the waiter.
Oh, I like
if you really like him. So, all right. All right, moving on to Space Antelope. I think that
Is it antelope or antelopes? I swear it was Space Antelopes.
I don't know. We'd have to go and check the notebooks or whatever. Or I think it's online, isn't it?
Yeah, it's online.
Yeah, we can check it online. Well, I mean, this is your team name, so you better figure it out. It would make more sense if it was plural, since I'm hillbillies on PCP, and you're just at one Space Antelope. That doesn't make sense.
We all know a hillbilly on PCP isn't fun. That's just bad. Hillbillies on PCP is hilarious.
It's great.
So okay, we'll go back. All right.
All right. I think your best pick is actually kind of a combination of your worst pick, but I have 2 worst picks for you.
Wow.
And then it's not like a harsh thing.
In depth.
Here's the deal. I think that one of your worst picks is Russell Wilson in the 6th, but at the same time, I think your best pick is Phillip Rivers in the 8th. Like, I think those two should be flip-flopped. Like, Phillip Rivers in the 8th round in our league is incredible. Like, I think Phillip Rivers in our league is like a top 5 quarterback.
Yeah.
He has that potential because he throws so much, and he's got so many targets this year. So I think Phillip Rivers is your best pick just because you got him in the 8th. He usually goes 5th, 6th round.
No, I took him, right?
Why?
To piss everybody off.
Did you? Nice.
Yeah.
Hey,
pretty much was like, everybody wants to wait for this guy.
I have a feeling you're going to be. I have a feeling you're going to be starting him more than Russell Wilson. Just going to throw that out there.
I guess I'm starting in week 1.
Yeah, and I think that's your best/worst pick. Go ahead. What's your best pick?
Okay. Well, I thought you said there was 2.
Well, I'll go to our other worst pick later.
I'm probably the only guy in the league that's 2 worst picks from Brad. We're doing best pick first.
Yeah.
I will say my best pick, and my best pick is Larry Fitzgerald in the 3rd round. He's the best receiver in the NFL ever. We're not going to get in a debate about that today.
Not today.
I took him. Like, I could have taken other people in the 3rd round, but this is my guy. I don't foresee me winning the championship here. I just don't feel it. I just want to root for guys that I like. And I've never had Larry Fitzgerald.
Is that right?
Ever.
Wow.
And don't quote me, I haven't checked on, but I'm pretty sure I had never had him. And I just want to root for the guy.
Yeah.
So I figured 3rd round, like you said with your pick, like, he's not coming back to me.
No way.
I figured Craig or somebody was going to take him.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's right or not, but I just want him.
He's gonna have a monster year in the slot.
And I'll tell you what, if Travis Kelce was there in the 3rd, I think I still would have taken Larry Fitzgerald. I just really like the guy.
Okay. Good pick.
Should I pick my word?
Go ahead, yeah.
My worst pick here would be, I'm going to say Trent Taylor in the 19th round.
Oh, God.
I don't know why I took him. What?
Like, You're just like, 19th round, that's my worst pick.
Okay, sorry. I'll change it. I'm going to go C.J. Anderson in the 12th.
Okay, yeah, I agree with that.
Just because apparently McCaffrey's going to get all the work, which it doesn't make any sense to me, but whatever.
Hey, they're going to feed him.
Until he breaks down.
Yeah, potentially. All right, I think your worst pick is Sony Michel too early. Especially because, think about it, like New England running backs, I just don't even try to even get close to that. You don't know what they're thinking. You don't know what they're going to do.
I don't think there was that much available. But I mean, saying that, I didn't think about Peyton Barber.
Yeah.
And I also didn't think about Aaron Jones
at the time.
But Aaron Jones still might not be the running back. I mean, that I was listening to other podcasts who were just stay away from the whole freaking thing.
Yep. Sony Michel might work out.
Right. They're saying that. I was told to some places of podcasts that Sony Michel might not be working out that great in the beginning. They said, but towards the end of the year, when he'll probably figure it out, and then he might be like the Corey Dillon role.
Okay.
Like Rex Burkhead is amazing, but he's got a little tear in his knee.
Okay.
And so does somebody else. I can't remember as well on there. But I also picked Jeremy Hill in the 20th. So that was like my backup thing as far as like maybe they give him the LeGarrette Blount effect.
Never know.
Yeah.
You never know with New England.
Yeah. So I'm not defending it, but I'm just saying that could be possible.
Yeah. Better off just staying away.
Yep.
I'll go first. All right, Jimmy, the White Wolf.
The White Wolf.
All right.
I like that name, Jimmy, by the way. No, I mean, it's kind of cool.
Yeah. All right. I think maybe this is the same as yours. I think your best pick is probably Stafford in the 8th. It's just Matt Stafford in the 8th. That's like Phillip Rivers in the 8th. That's just incredible value. He's a slinger. He's got three great receivers. He's gonna throw a lot, so I think that's gonna be a good value for 8th round.
I agree with you.
Is that your pick?
No, it's not.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I disagreed about the value.
That's all right.
Matthew Stafford's gonna be throwing that ball on the Galladay Express. Woo, woo. Sorry, that was a little too far. My best pick for him, I did. I actually did.
Nice.
Jordan Wilkins in the 18th round. I wanted this guy, and they say he possibly will be the starting Indianapolis running back by the end of the year. He's going to probably start week 1 if Marlon Mack can't go. And they said he's apparently he's really good as far as being a 3-down back. And
I think it might be really good value.
Yeah, 18th round's incredible value. So that I think is his best pick.
All right. Side note: do you know where Matthew Stafford likes to stay when he's on the road?
I do not.
Galladay Inn.
Oh boy! Sorry. You heard that right here, folks. That was Brian. That was Brian.
I'm just piggybacking on your stuff. I'm riffing. We're riffing.
We're riffing. I don't know what that is, but we are good at that. We're good at that.
That's what comics do. They riff.
Oh, do they?
Yeah, they riff whenever they get on a joke and they get a stream.
Like when
it's like a flow.
When they do that joke, the aristocrats.
I don't know what that is.
That is a common joke between all comedians.
Oh, okay.
It's this aristocrats joke. And it's supposed to be, you just make it your own. It's like you make it the dirtiest, most foul joke. And it just goes, if you watch it, it's actually like I believe, a documentary on it. And George Carlin and stuff. And my God, I just realized that your ceiling is painted.
Yep, it is. Awesome. Crystal painted it.
I did not even see that. That's really nice.
Like a dark brown.
Goes well with your
it's like a mocha. It's like a espresso, maybe.
I'll go with espresso. That's pretty cool. But yeah. That's the aristocrats.
All right, and we're getting off topic here.
Yeah, we are. Sorry. Back to the worst pick, right?
Worst pick, yeah. Okay. I'm gonna go Marshawn Lynch, 4th round.
Really? I mean, I wouldn't say that's the worst. I'm going D.D. Westbrook in the 5th round.
Okay.
I don't know why everyone went for these Jacksonville receivers.
At the same time, it might be a decent pick right now since what's his name went down?
Chris Warren.
No, that wasn't it. Who went down for? No. I'm saying who went down for the
Jaguars?
The Jaguars, the receiver.
Marquise Lee.
Yeah. So D. Westbrook might be like now they're number 2, potentially number 1.
We'll see. I don't know.
But I mean, Jaguars, they don't throw a lot anyway, so.
Right.
I just feel like Marshawn Lynch. That's just early 4th round. But again, we're in a running backs league nowadays, so you got to get them when you can.
True. All
right, moving on.
All right, the next team we got here is the Shawshank Athletics. I think he had a pretty solid draft from the top to the bottom. I believe his best. We go best or worst?
Let's go best.
Okay, his best draft pick was. I'm gonna go. Well, I thought I had it, but I lost it.
You want me to go first?
Yeah, you go. No, I got it. I'm just gonna go Leonard Fournette, 1st round.
Yeah. I mean, what, you got him 8th overall? That's It's gonna be good because there were a lot of people targeting him.
Yeah, well, you got him 6th overall.
Oh, that's right, because you flip flopped.
Yeah, I essentially traded him Leonard Fournette.
That's true. For Julio Jones,
yep.
Really. This is kind of after the fact, but Rashard Matthews, 20th round.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Now it just came back to me.
That's a great pick.
And you might as well just send Jimmy Crick a thank you card for that one because you shouldn't have had him.
Nope. Let's see here. The other one I really like for Josh is Buck Allen in the 17th. Because as soon as something happens to Alex Collins, Buck Allen, it's the Buck Allen show. So he's a great backup to have. Worst pick? What do you think?
Worst pick, I believe, is Dez Bryant. in the 16th round. I mean, I know you're taking a shot, but he doesn't have a team, and even when he comes to a team, he's not going to know their offense.
Yeah. It's like you might not even play him.
Right. Exactly.
You have to have confidence in him. I'm gonna say he was one of the ones I was gonna say for his worst. I had a few for Josh. You know, it was hard to really narrow down which one I felt like was his actual worst.
Yeah.
I just think he wasted a pick on Nick Chubb. I know he's big on him, but I just don't see him getting a lot of action this year. 10th round, not the greatest. So yeah, I'm gonna say Nick Chubb or Allen Robinson. I don't know.
Allen Robinson's questionable in the 4th round. I will agree with that one. Nick Chubb, I think he will be the starter by the end of the year.
Do you really?
I do.
You think he'll get over Carlos Hyde?
Yeah, I think so. Nick Chubb, actually, wasn't Nick Chubb the starter? He was a starter at the Georgia running program between him and Sony Michel.
Is that right?
Was saying that makes it even more worse that I took Michelle before Chubb. Now that I realize that, but yeah.
Don't give Josh that credit.
But he did. I watched him on Hard Knocks. He ran one in in the touchdown.
Oh,
So
did he?
looked like
Okay.
he was a hard runner.
All right, so you got Delling's pick.
All right, we have the next up is Bad Luck Bears, and I'm going to go. The best pick is going to be James Conner, mainly because it's the 13th round, great value. Le'Veon Bell every week he doesn't come to camp or to the team. It's going to be even better for Jay, but also next year if Conner shows that he can be the man, will be the man of the Steelers because the Steelers obviously aren't going to pay Le'Veon.
Yep.
So I think that's great value, 13th round.
Yeah, that's actually a really good thought because he will be their number one back unless he gets injured or something crazy like that. He's looked great in the preseason.
He has.
And I was talking to Jay about it over the phone. He said that he hasn't really watched him, but he just knew that it'd be good to have, Bell's backup. I'm like, he looked great. Not Le'Veon Bell great, but, really good.
Yeah.
So that's actually was one of the ones I was going to say was his best pick. If I had to say another one, I'd say Drew Brees in the 3rd. I like.
It's not good. It's pretty good.
Pretty good. Worst pick. What do you think?
Martavis Bryant.
Yeah.
Just mainly because he's a head case.
Yeah,
and he's gone.
He's
out of the league.
Yeah, he's out of the league. Worst pick. Darren Sproles.
Darren Sproles in the 8th.
Darren Sproles in the 8th. Like you said, homer pick.
Homer pick, but it's one of his guys. He wanted him. Can't blame him for it. But obviously, I think he might have been able to wait a couple rounds.
Yep.
Like 4 or 5.
And then on a side note, a very, very difficult pick was Devontae Freeman. Like, I know he didn't really want to select him with the 9th overall.
Yeah.
But because there's still a lot of great receivers on the board, like Keenan Allen, Gronk was still there, AJ Green was still there. That's such a tough pick, but the way that our league is turning now, you had to do it.
Yeah, I really wanted to pick Keenan Allen. Bigler talked me out of it.
Really?
He's like, you can't pick Keenan Allen. Ugh, that's sick. And I was like, but I want to screw Justin over so bad.
Instead of Julio?
Yeah, just to see what he would do with his drafting because he loves Keenan Allen so much.
Know. That would have been funny.
Yeah, it would have been. Okay.
All right, next up we got FC Bahork, and I'm not going to lie, I think he had the best draft out of everyone.
Really?
I know he didn't really feel this way. Like, he thought all of his picks were just meh. That's what he said on the lineup. I loved his draft, and it might just be because he stole a bunch of picks that I was thinking about at the round I was looking at. But I loved a lot of his picks up and down. So I think this is just for value pick. I think Tyler Eifert in the 17th could be incredible if he actually play. Even if he plays half a season and gets a couple of blowout weeks, and he's got so much potential. I mean, injury is a major factor, but I think that could be a good one. I know. But let's say on Gronk's bye week, I think Eifert that's just good value in the 17th.
Okay.
But there's so many good picks up and down. I like Jimmy G in the 9th. I like DJ Moore in the 10th. I like Keelan Cole in the 7th. I just like his draft.
All right, so your best is Tyler Eifert?
Yeah, for value.
All right, I'm going to go with the best. I'm going to go with Adrian Peterson in the 16th round for value.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's another guy I was like, what the heck? Why didn't I pick Adrian Peterson?
Yeah, how did he last that long?
I don't know. But yeah, great value for him. And
all right, worst pick?
Asking me?
Yeah, sure.
My worst pick is Kenny Stills in the 8th round. I just think Kenny Stills is junk. It's garbage.
Yeah, I do too. But I think that they're hoping that he'll get more involved in the passing game instead of being boom or bust. But I got to see it before I believe it.
Yeah, I agree.
I think his worst pick is none of them. It was an incredible draft. No, just kidding.
Say wow.
I don't know. I think James Washington in the 14th. That's a little early. He could have a good year, and he could prove me
Could be
wrong.
the next Juju Schuster.
Yeah, he really could. He really could. But I wasn't crazy about that pick. I'm not crazy about Ty Montgomery in the 11th. It's not bad, but
Yeah.
I don't know. I just honestly don't want to give Jets head too big, but I think he's got a great draft. I think he's gonna have a good team.
Meh. The best pick first, right?
Yeah.
All right, next up is the Springfield Isotopes, and we're focusing on the best pick of the draft for him. I'm going with Danny Amendola in the 18th round. That's a guy that I thought I should have picked up like one or two rounds before. I had him last year. He could be the guy that's in line for all of Jarvis Landry's targets. So I feel that's incredible value for 18th round for Amendola.
I'm going to go with the right-in of Alfred Morris, not just because what's his name went down, McKinnon went down, but I think it was still just a wise move, and you can never just count that guy out. So now it looks like it's going to be a better move. He's at least going to be in a timeshare there, so it could really work out. So I'll give you that Alfred Morris pick.
All right. Worst pick? I think the worst pick is Greg Olsen in the 4th round. I think Greg Olsen, this is the year that he's old. He's falling off a little bit. I understand he's Cam Newton's guy, but DJ Moore's coming in. This guy's a great wide receiver. You got Devin Funchess. You got McCaffrey. Curtis Samuel, who I think just had some kind of surgery. But I think all these guys are targets that are going to be siphoned away from Greg Olsen a little bit. And I just don't think Greg Olsen scores that many touchdowns per year. I think maybe 4 to 5 is what it is. I think taking him in the 4th round wasn't worth the value. Okay. And I think that you might have been able to get something better.
All right. And I'm going to say that your worst pick is, I just don't like Deion Lewis in the 5th. I mean, I think he's going to be in that timeshare. I know that you're thinking that he's going to get a lot of receiving, he got a lot of catches, a lot of receptions, but I don't know. It could be the Derrick Henry show. It really could. I just feel like the 5th round, you need somebody that is guaranteed to get you a lot of points, and I just don't think Deion Lewis is that. Could prove me wrong. I know he's got a lot of potential to be a PPR machine, but
he does. I mean,
in a new system, we'll see.
Yeah, that's the thing about this league. You're curious now about the whole every running back points being counted.
Yeah.
I don't know. He has a dilemma. He could possibly have a dilemma here. He's got Deion Lewis, Tariq Cohen, and James White.
Right.
Who do you play, or do you play all of them? Which I'm thinking maybe he will play all of them because he has Todd Gurley.
He's got to play Gurley.
And then he'll play whatever he wants
2
as
out
far
of
as
those 3.
He might play just 1 out of the 3 and go with all. He's got Green and Baldwin, and I don't know. Oh, and Tyreek Hill. I didn't see that one.
Yeah.
So, and whoever. Yeah. So he has options, but. Yeah, Craig is our wild card. Well, he's not just our only wild card, but it could be crazy.
Could be, but let's just hope that if he wins another championship, he has a winning record. Come on. Well, it's 6 and 7.
Craig joked at the draft. He said, "Well, if I go 1-5, you guys better be worried." That's when he makes playoffs and wins championships.
That makes me sick. It makes me sick. I just feel like we should have a rule that if you have a losing record, you just don't make the playoffs. And if we only have 4 teams, so be it.
Yeah. Well, it makes you sick, but at the same time, that's the beauty of fantasy football. Because here's Craig gets in on 6 and 7 or whatever. I don't know what it was, but
it was 6 and 7.
It was 6 and 7. Okay, and you're just and then he just runs 3 in a row, runs the table because Todd Gurley has one of the best statistical careers of a running back's history. I think 15th, top 15 in the history of the game.
Yeah,
and just gets into the championship. So it's just that's what fantasy football is. That's the best part about it.
Yep, all you do is gotta make playoffs.
Yeah, all you do is make playoffs, and Craig has benefited from clearly more than all of us.
Yeah. All right, let's move on. I'm tired of talking about that. All right, last but not least, we got Dub C, last man in the draft, and best pick for me for Dub C. I like his pick of Michael Gallup. I mean, I feel like he's going to fill that role. There's no clear number one receiver in Dallas. You got Cole Beasley, you got Michael Gallup. I mean, it's going to be the Easy E show, but there's got to be somebody getting a majority of receptions. Jason Witten's not there. I don't even know who's their tight end.
Rico Gathers, but he was also just busted for pot. I believe.
Okay. So I think Gallup has a huge opportunity, and I don't know much about him. I mean, I know that he's like a highly touted rookie, so I think he could be a big breakout for Dub C.
Yeah. Sorry, Brian. I hate to go off topic, but while you were going over who the best was in his draft, I just saw a preview for the movie The Nun. This looks really fucking scary. The nun's face with sunken eyes while the lights were on, and then when you turn the lights off, her eyes come blue.
Yeah.
Anyways, I don't like horror movies, and that can haunt my dreams.
I hate religious horror movies.
Yes.
They're more real.
Well, that being said, The Exorcist was amazing.
Amazing. That's the scariest movie of all time.
Yeah, but still amazingly scary.
Yeah.
So back to topic. Best pick. I'm going Mohamed Sanu in the 13th round.
Okay.
Falcons have a great offense, and with Ridley, it's probably gotten even better.
Yeah.
I think it's possible that he could blow up.
All right. Worst pick of the draft for me for being, I think he kind of agrees, is Shady in the first round. I just think there's just too many issues that could go wrong. First of all, Buffalo doesn't have a great offensive line. They don't have a great team. He's got legal issues. There's just too many question marks there.
I actually 100% agree with you.
Well, I think that's the first one we agreed on.
It might be, but I mean, it's glaringly obvious. He's 30 years old. He's on the tail end.
Yeah.
Terrible offensive line. Terrible quarterback play. Terrible wide receivers.
Yeah.
I'm even going to say terrible coaching. But the only terrible legal issues, all that stuff. The only bright side is that maybe he gets tremendous volume.
Right. A lot of receptions.
Yeah, a lot of flickers right outside.
Yep.
You know, maybe piles it on, but I just don't know what's going to happen with Buffalo at all. I mean, it just looks like an awful situation. Yeah. And take him in the first round when they were all saying third round projections, I guess, in the podcast I listened to, is pretty crazy to me.
But I can understand why he did it, because you want to get that double threat running back early. Yeah. I mean, if that's your plan.
Yeah.
And a lot of people, that was their plan. So if I was in his position, I might have done the same thing. I don't know what I would have done.
Yeah.
If you're under the gun.
True. I mean, also, that's the thing. He took Joe Mixon in the second one on the tail, the wraparound.
Yeah.
I was actually kind of surprised at that. I honestly thought Joe Mixon was going to go by the third. But
I thought he might have gone early.
13th overall pick. I was like, whoa.
Again, he wanted the double running back threat.
Yeah, I thought maybe, I guess I did not value Mixon as highly as other people.
Clearly you didn't, because you could have kept him in what round?
Third round,
yeah. All right, well, that is the official draft review.
Mm-hmm.
And now we see how it all plays out, because it doesn't really matter what we really think. All that matters is what happens. Julio. With the catch. All right, Delling, let's go ahead and check that answering machine.
Oh, there's that. We got that familiar glowing light, Brian. Ring, beep. 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 Apparently we're having technical difficulties.
Yeah, man.
Oh, hey guys. Springfield Isotopes, obviously. Just wanted to say, obviously, that my black magic worked. Drafted Alfred Morris, 20th round. He's now obviously the starter, because that's, how I obviously planned it. So I like my team, obviously, but I think Shawshank Athletics probably a little bit better than everybody else going into the season. Like the podcasters say, he obviously has good buns. I mean, I'm talking about his team. I mean, he does have nice buns, in general, because he's definitely a good-looking dude. I like his hair too. You know, real nice guy. Obviously, I really like that guy and his team. Anyway, go Isotopes and Shawshank Athletics. Hey, bye.
All right, we have some technical difficulties with our phone. It must be because it's been so long since we've used it or something.
It must be. We just had to. All we did was unplug it and replugged it.
That's crazy. I can't believe the Isotopes called in.
I know, right? They never hear from Craig.
No, has he ever called in? I don't know if he's ever called in.
I don't know if he has. It's a good question.
Yeah, it might be the first time. And one of the first, let's say it was the first time, you'd think you wouldn't spend half his time talking about Josh.
I know, right? Usually, I mean, he would talk about other things like Pearl Jam
Yeah, absolutely.
and politics. Donald Trump's an idiot, is what he'd say. I don't know. Talk about the kitchen of love. Talk about not having a Heather Ziegler better not eat my cheese sticks or fried cheese, unless you're having a baby or something like that. Talk about how he rides his mountain bike through the streets of Windber.
Yeah. But not Josh.
No,
Never heard him say anything about his butt.
I never heard it. Yeah, Craig.
What do you think about Josh's butt?
I think it looks like a typical white man's butt. It's not much there.
Typical guy on the back end of 30.
Back end of 30, sits down a lot at work.
Yeah.
I just don't think it's a particularly memorable butt.
No.
It's no Channing Tatum, I'll tell you that much.
He could work on it.
Definitely work on it. I mean, he tries to. He atones for, how people buy Porsches if they have small penises. Well, Josh buys Jeep Wranglers if he has a flat butt.
Right.
So
that's a really good point.
Yeah, it was a very nice Jeep Wrangler though. I looked out there and I was like, oh, that's really nice. And I was like, 4-door too, so it's a family man. Thought about getting a ride from him, but he took off too quick. I was going to say driving around the circle, man. I don't think I've ever driven around in a Jeep Wrangler.
I think I'm gonna get him Buns of Steel for Christmas.
Doesn't your wife have Buns of Steel?
Yeah. I mean, clearly. Or you mean the DVD?
What? Oh, there's a DVD. Sorry. I mean, yeah,
That's
DVD.
good.
Buns of Steel.
Yeah.
That's Jane Fonda, right?
I don't know. Oh, Tammy Lee. Tammy Lee.
Tammy Lee.
Yeah.
Sounds southern.
All right. Let's get off of Josh's butt since clearly you just did.
What does that mean, Brian? Jeez.
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
Not that there's anything wrong with that. No, I mean, you can be curious and you're about to be 40s.
All right, I'm done talking about Josh.
Done talking about it? All right.
This week's matchups. Week 1.
Nailed it.
All right, the first matchup we have Disco going up against Possum Magic, and Possum Magic looking fly with Deshaun Watson in there for quarterback.
He was looking fly with that Possum Magic t-shirt at the draft,
he was. All right, let's go straight down. Go just quarterback for quarterback, okay?
Oh. Okay.
You good with that?
Yeah.
All right, quarterback. I'm going to give the edge to Deshaun Watson. They're in New England, but I think it's going to be a high-scoring game. He's coming back first time, and you got Carr going against the Rams. I'm going to go to Deshaun Watson.
All right, I'm going to agree with you. I'm going to go to Deshaun Watson as well, mainly because Carr goes against the Rams, who are like a freaking powerhouse on defense right now because of all the additions. So I'm going to go Deshaun Watson versus New England. I do believe that Watson is a great quarterback, and maybe he will be able to figure out some of the New England defense.
Yeah, you hope so.
I hope so. Yeah, I do.
Okay.
Well, I also have the New England defense, so I kind of hope so.
I didn't know that.
Double-edged sword.
W sword. All right, do you want to do it as a trio of receivers or individual? I don't care.
We can go trio.
Let's do trio.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to say, even though Tree has a B, which what was he, the 4th pick overall?
I believe so.
I think he was. No, he was third. Was
he third?
Because Crick had 4th.
Okay.
So, but it's still crazy. AB went 3rd overall.
I would have taken him first.
Would you really?
I might have. I liked Antonio. I love him.
Believe it or not, I'm still gonna go with Disco on this, even though he's got a B. I just like Thomas, Diggs, and Cooper. I think He does have some of the sexiest receivers, and Brown's better than any one of those by himself. But I think collectively, those three have a higher ceiling.
Right. I don't want to agree with you, so I'm not going to agree with you.
All right, just because
I'm
you don't
gonna
want to agree.
Devil's
Okay.
Devil's advocate. I'm going to go with Tree Size got Brown, Golden Tate, otherwise known as Showtime, going against the Jets. Manuel Sanders for Seattle. Seattle doesn't have that great a defense anymore, and just because AB is AB, going against Cleveland, it just shines, man. So, if we're judging by a trio, I'm just going to say Brown puts him over the top.
All right.
He's the best in the game currently.
Okay. What about running backs? And we'll still stay with the flex for itself. Running backs, I'm gonna give Tree the edge, even though Lamar Miller, I'm not big on him. I just think him and Barber had a great preseason. Coleman and Bryna, I just think that neither one of them is like the definite lead back, so I'm gonna have to give it to Tree.
That's true. They are both pretty much like committees at the moment.
Yeah.
I'm gonna agree with you. Lamar Miller and Peyton Barber, and even though Lamar Miller, we all joke around about him being Lamar Miller. When Deshaun Watson's there, he's actually pretty good in the small sample size that you've seen.
Yeah.
And Peyton Barber versus New Orleans. I don't like to say that it's guaranteed to be like high scoring anymore with New Orleans because their defense is actually pretty good. So it could be a lot. Well, you could get a lot of dump offs, but it won't be as high scoring as people think.
Okay. All right. Tight ends, Reed or Burton? That's a tricky one. Because you don't know what Reed's really going to have. Clearly, he's probably got more talent. I don't know. I don't know anything about Trey Burton. So
Trey Boo Boo.
I don't know anything about him. I'm going to say Jordan Reed.
You going Jordan? All right, I'm going to go Trey Burton just because of the hype.
Yeah.
He played for the Eagles, right, last year?
Yeah.
Pretty good in Ertz's place.
Yep.
He's big, and he's not a guy that blocks. And against Green Bay, you got to score.
Right.
So I believe there will be a lot of passing. And I'm actually really excited for the Sunday night. It's a Sunday night game, Bears versus Green Bay. We get to see what Chicago is.
Yeah, that's a great game.
And we already know what Green Bay is. And I'm so excited to see Aaron Rodgers play again.
Yeah.
Any game that he was on, I always watch.
Yeah. But
just because of Jordy Nelson.
The Bears, they've got a revamped team. Defense and
New
offense.
coach.
Yeah. It's going to be
what about that trade? Khalil Mack. That should have been a trade time for us by itself.
Should have been.
2 first-round picks.
Yeah. I
Khalil
can't
Mack.
believe they gave 2 first-rounders.
I know, dude. John Gruden, man. Questionable.
All right. What about the flex?
Flex.
I don't like either one. I'm going to go Corey Davis.
I'm going to go Carlos Hyde.
Okay.
Pitts has a piss-poor run defense, and I think they'll be able to exploit it.
All right. Kickers.
Gostkowski. Great name, great leg.
Yep. Carolina D going against Dallas or Baltimore going to Buffalo.
Yeah, Baltimore versus Buffalo.
Yeah. And that is in Baltimore. Yeah. Baltimore all day. All right, let's take a look at it all.
Can we just first say how sad it is that Le'Veon Bell is not in the starting lineup and he's got a projected points of 4.14?
That's ridiculous.
It's just
they
sad.
should have just made the projection 4.20.
That would be great.
Yeah, because he's not going to be there.
Yep. Nope.
All right. Overall, I don't know. It actually is going to be a pretty close matchup. The projections are, they're really close, like 0.1 basically.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to give it to Disco because of Baltimore's D and his receivers.
Wow. Okay. I think it's too close since I'm going with Possum, mainly because of Antonio Brown and Deshaun Watson, and I think the Carolina defense will make up enough points to help them push them over the edge. But I do believe this will be like a 1 to 2 point game difference.
Wow.
All right, the next matchup we have is none other than Dub C Hooligans versus the Shawshank Athletics.
All right, what do you think about quarterbacks?
All right, quarterbacks, we got Jared Goff versus Aaron Rodgers, and obviously I'm going Aaron Rodgers.
Yep, we got that $180 million contract. He's going to start earning it this Sunday.
Dude, he earned it a long time ago.
Yeah, he did. But did he really earn $180 million?
Dude, he got him a Super Bowl.
It's still not worth $180 million.
It is, man.
All right.
You think Cleveland Brown would pay somebody $180 million
Julio
for a
just
Super
got a
Bowl?
catch.
Julio.
All right.
Speaking of the guy that should get more money, Julio Jones.
Yeah, probably. All right, Rodgers it is.
Rodgers it is.
All right, which trio of receivers do you like better?
I think I'm going to go Kevin Bean. I'm going to Demise, Thomas, Javaris Landry, and Nelson Aguilar. I think that's a pretty good trio. I like them better than T.Y. Hilton, Robinson, and Robert Woods.
I concur. I'm not crazy about Aguilar, but then again, not really sold on Woods or Robinson. He's coming back from injury, right? So I'm going to go Landry, Thomas, and Aguilar as well. Running backs, I'm going to give this to Shawshank. Not by a mile, but it could be closer. It might be close. But yeah, Fournette and Henry, I'm going to give that over Mixon McCoy.
I'm going to go the opposite. I'm going to go Mixon and McCoy.
Right.
Just because I think there's more value will be for McCoy Mixon over Fournette and Henry. McCoy's, like we were talking about the volume.
Yeah.
And Mixon's going against Indianapolis, and I think that he's going to probably make a couple big plays.
He could. And McCoy is only, I know he's going against Baltimore, but still 13 points. That's a low projection.
Yeah, it is a low projection.
Yeah, he'll get a little more than that.
Yeah, I think so.
All right, what do you like, Ingram or Ertz?
Ingram.
I don't know, not against Jacksonville. I'm going to say Ertz. Even though Ertz only has 3 points right now, I think second half he turns it on.
I didn't even see it was versus Jacksonville.
Yeah,
I'm going to have to reverse my decision here.
Go Ertz.
Ertz.
All right. What do you like, Funchess or Thompson?
Oh, man, those are even. Almost
They
I'm
are.
going to go Funches because I don't think Thompson's healthy.
Okay, I don't know his status. So I'm gonna go Thompson. I'm going to say he's going to get some catches.
Okay.
Yeah. Got to go Tucker.
Yeah, Tucker. I like Tucker.
Yeah, Bryant's got 7 points now, but Tucker going against Buffalo.
Okay.
And then last but not least, Jacksonville or Minnesota. Wow, those are two really top end defenses.
They are, and they're going against pretty good players or teams.
Yeah.
I'm still going Jacksonville.
Against the Giants.
Yeah, what a game that'll be, actually, now I think about it.
Yeah, that's in New York. Minnesota's at home. I don't even know.
Jalen Ramsey versus Beckham for the first time ever
Wow.
in the NFL.
Wow. That'll be interesting.
And can the Jags stop Barkley?
Yeah.
That's pretty exciting to think about.
It's really exciting to think about. I'm going to go with Minnesota.
You're gonna go Minnesota?
Yeah, since they're home.
Also, Minnesota, you get to see if Jimmy G, hey, can
I know.
good defense can dissect them.
Right.
So, yeah, those are, oh, man, I can't wait for week one.
I know. It's going to be a great matchup.
I'll be working, but still.
All right. Looking up and down these lineups, I'm going to give this one to Shawshank on the strength of his quarterback, Rodgers. He loves us talking about his buns. Fournette and Henry. Yeah, I'm going to give it to Josh. Mainly on Rodgers.
I'm actually going to give it to Josh as well. And speaking of buns, he went out and actually got a better top layer bun.
He did.
He traded Brady for Rodgers.
Essentially, yeah.
And he got some better meat inside.
Yeah, he got a younger version.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, yeah, slightly better meat.
Slightly. Leonard Fournette.
Yeah, that's true. That's
pretty
true.
good.
Yeah.
T.Y. Hilton. I mean, we're not talking like
DeAndre Hopkins was still better. But no,
remains to be seen.
Yeah, overall, I'd say
Yeah, this isn't like gourmet meat. This is still processed. But it
It's
still
like grade
seems like it's a
E.
better sandwich. If
Yeah.
it was the Burger Club, you'd probably give the bun a 5 out of 5.
That's right. Absolutely.
How mad are you?
All right. Week 1, we've got Jet FC Bohort going up against the Mighty Midgets. Jet's off to a slow start. That's all right. Still early. It's only the first half, and I'm sure he's checking on his phone in the kitchen of love.
Oh, yeah.
All right, let's start here with the quarterbacks. We got Dalton. It must be like a streamer because I saw he just picked him up. Going up against Big Ben. Yeah, he's afraid to play Jimmy G against
Should
Minnesota.
never be afraid.
I know. Have no fear.
Jimmy G's here.
Yeah. I'm going to say, geez, that's really tough because Roethlisberger's on the road.
Dude, it's Cleveland.
I know, but he always, yeah, I'm actually going to give it to Dalton.
Wow.
I know.
I'm giving it to Roethlisberger. Once again, it's Cleveland. And fun fact, did you know that Ben Roethlisberger is the most winningest quarterback at the Cleveland Stadium, including the Cleveland quarterbacks, since Cleveland came back to Cleveland?
Wow, I did not know that. That's pretty interesting. So he's actually the best top-rated quarterback, like most wins and everything?
Yep, in Cleveland.
That's pretty cool. I'm sure he knows that. All right.
He does. That's all I know about it.
Trio of receivers. This one's a no-brainer for me. Allen, Goodwin, and Cole. I was big on Marquise Goodwin this offseason as well. I was hoping to pick him up. I think that's a nice trio right there.
That's who you're picking?
Yeah.
Wow. Obviously, I loved Goodwin as well. Couldn't keep him. I'm going to go, actually, the Mighty Midgets, Thielen, Marvin Jones Jr., and Alan Hearns.
I can't stand Marvin Jones Jr.
Why?
Because he let me down. He let me down whenever I needed him the most, whenever I had him with Stafford. Traded for him, and he let me down.
That was last year, right?
2 years ago.
2 years ago? Okay. Understandable. But, dude, Adam Thielen, man.
You think Thielen is better than Allen? You're crazy.
No, I don't. But overall, the threesome is better because I don't value Keenan Cole that much.
All right. Yeah, he's a little bit more improving, but a lot of hype.
Well, Alan Hearns is the number one receiver in Dallas.
I guess. Is he officially?
Until he's not.
Yeah, until he's not. Until like Gallup or Beasley or somebody takes over.
It's not going to be Beasley.
It won't be Beasley. All right. Running backs. That's a blowout.
Clearly, it's Justin.
Yeah, right. Everybody knows it's not.
Yeah. Elliott and Kamara.
Yeah, that's a nice combo.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
And I knew it in the draft when I looked and I was like, where he was at. I was like, no matter who he gets, he's going to get a. When you said David Johnson, I know he wanted David Johnson.
Right. But
Elliott's like a heck of a consolation prize.
Right. Absolutely. Not much of a step down there.
Right.
All right. Tight ends. Gotta go Gronk. Yeah.
Gronk smash.
Let's see here. Gotta go Hunt and Collins. That's actually a pretty good matchup. I mean, you guys still gotta go Kareem Hunt, but I think everybody's big on Alex Collins this year.
I'm gonna go Collins in this particular matchup.
Oh, against Buffalo?
Yeah, versus Buffalo.
Yeah, that's not a bad choice because you're going against the Chargers.
Yeah.
I'll still give it to Hunt, but it'll be close.
Okay. Kicker, Elliott versus Prater. I go Prater.
All right, I'm going to still give it to Elliott. I think he's going to kick a few field goals here in the second half.
I go to Prater because he's in the dome.
Nice. And defenses. I want to give it to the Rams. I mean, I don't think Oakland's going to figure it out week one.
I'm going Detroit because it's got Sam Darnold,
true.
week one, first time.
Rookie. All right, I changed mine. I changed it. Yeah, I agree.
Okay.
Overall,
could be tight matchup.
Yeah, I think it could be really tight. But I think Jimmy pulls it out week one, especially with the strength of those running backs.
Good point.
It's gonna be a really good game. I just don't. Even though I think Dalton could outscore Roethlisberger, I feel like Jimmy G is the right person to put in there.
I mean, Jimmy G could easily have 35 completions.
Yeah.
I watched it last year.
Maybe he won't get a lot of touchdowns, but he'll still get the yardage and completions.
Right. And why wouldn't you want to try the Jimmy G to Marquise Goodwin connection?
I know.
I had it last year. I enjoyed it quite thoroughly for 5 games. I'm going to go Jimmy Crick as well. Strength of his receivers. Dude, he's got a solid team. I hate to look at it like that, but he does.
He does.
This is really solid. I think I might like Jimmy Crick's draft the best.
His draft last year was great.
Yeah.
Until everybody got hurt.
Yep, exactly. So we're both going Jimmy?
Yep.
All right. This next matchup is the From Gags to Riches versus Hillbillies on PCP. And first off, we got the quarterbacks. Brian's Tom Brady versus Kirk Cousins.
Did you just turn into a hick?
Did I? I didn't know. Sometimes a little Ogletown in me.
Okay.
Ciao! Ciao, ciao, ciao!
True says, I appreciate that.
He will. And Jason Klinicki is not a Ogletown, true Ogletown.
No one really cares.
Sorry. I just like to take that chance to point out for anybody.
Just in case he ever hears this.
All right, obviously you got to go Tom Brady over Kirk Cousins. Not obviously, it's actually pretty close, but I'm going Tom Brady.
Yeah, I'm going to go Tom Brady as well. Could be a lot closer since Tom Brady's going against Houston.
Tommy Terrific.
Yeah.
Second best quarterback in the NFL ever.
Yeah. Behind
Joe Montana.
You're crazy. We'll save that for another day.
Yes, we will.
Yeah.
All right.
Trio
wide receivers here. I'm going to give it to From Gags to Riches.
Me too.
Strength of Devontae Adams, the PPR of Crowder, and the Waiter. My
my receivers are clearly a weak point of my team. And
Clearly.
clearly,
Not that weak, though.
They're not that weak, but they've got to prove something. They're all they could be number one receivers. However, for the time being, I will never pick my receivers
Okay.
until they prove themselves. All right, so I'm gonna also take Gags.
Running backs here. You got Duke Johnson. I'm sorry, David Johnson.
Wow. I do have Duke Johnson.
Oh,
He's on the bench.
okay,
He's
sorry.
on the bench. That would be the worst mistake
would be.
ever if I accidentally had Duke Johnson in.
David Johnson, Christian McCaffrey versus Saquon Barkley, and
good
Dalvin
matchup.
Cook.
It's a good matchup.
That's actually a great matchup.
Yeah.
I'm going with you though,
Yeah.
particularly because the strength. Like Barkley's got to go to Jacksonville.
Yeah.
You got David Johnson versus
Going against
Washington.
That's
and you got McCaffrey.
They're gonna be licking their chops.
They are. So yeah, I think you actually normally not every week, but this particular week you have a decided advantage over Gags with them.
Yeah, but at the same time, like he's got two great backs.
Oh, he does.
Two great
He
backs,
does.
but mine are probably gonna have the edge. I think David
Right.
Johnson's gonna have a field day. He's itching. He's to get back and finish week 1 from last year.
I don't blame him.
All right, tight ends. I gotta give it to Kelsey.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, he's a monster.
And we got Jamal Williams versus Jordan Howard.
It's a good
gonna give it to
matchup.
Jordan Howard. I don't know if
Ooh,
Jamal
that's
Williams
a
is gonna
head-to-head
get-
matchup too.
Oh, it is a head-to-head matchup. Wish we had like some kind of thing where we like head-to-head matchup. But Jamal Williams, I don't think he's gonna get. I don't know if he'll get that much action. Tyler Montgomery's there. I don't know. I'm curious. Like you said, you're supposed to avoid him.
Yeah, Jordan Howard, 3 down back.
3 down back. Yeah, they're trying to make him a 3 down back.
I know. I'm just gonna put.
He catches like Ronald Jones.
Yeah, I know. But they're going to try and turn him into a 3 down back. I'll take my chances. All right. Greg the Leg versus Bucker, whatever his name is. Yeah,
I'm
Bucker.
going Greg Leg.
Me too. Against Oakland.
Yep.
Seattle or Philly. I don't know.
I'm going Philly.
Yeah, I mean, so far
Seattle.
they're doing okay. They're holding them. They're holding
So
them down.
far.
Points
It's
wise.
all about those second half
I
adjustments.
know. Yeah, Seattle, look, clearly they're not half the defense they used to be.
Right.
Shout out STP.
No leads in a boom.
That's right. So I'm going Philly.
What's STP?
Stunt pilots. I said they're not half the defense they used to be.
Oh, wow. I like it. I'm sorry I didn't
I was
catch
gonna
that.
wait until you might have caught it during like the playback.
I've never like nodding and be like, dude, that's pretty freaking nice. Good job, Brian.
Thank you. All right, overall, I'm gonna take myself. He's got better receivers, and a better tight end, but I like everything else for my team.
Yeah, I'm actually going to go. I'm going with you as well, actually, just because of Tom Brady and your running backs, pretty much.
Yeah.
Wow, you and
Not running
you and
backs,
Crick.
but yeah, we do. Between the two of us, we probably have like 5 or 6 of the top like 15 running backs.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's pretty sick.
it is. All right.
All right.
So yeah, that's we're
should
both
do-
going us.
Yep.
All right. We got the Space Antelope or Antelopes, whatever you want to call them, going up against the Bad Luck Bears. I think it's hilarious that he's still got the same team name, still got Luck, even though he doesn't own them anymore.
Right.
But he's sticking with that probably until he starts winning. So clearly, so far, you're winning. You got the Julio versus Freeman. You got the edge right now. But quarterback wise, that's going to be a really good matchup. I'm going to give it to Breeze. I think he's going to have a slight edge. Rivers has historically done poorly against KC. I just heard that on the radio.
But that's at Casey's home.
That's, yeah. And they also say that's also when KC used to have a better defense.
True.
Yeah,
no
so,
more Marcus Peters.
Right, exactly. So I'm still going to give it to Breeze. I think Tampa Bay's, I don't think they're going to have it. So what about you?
You know what? I'm gonna go Phillip Rivers.
Okay. Receivers, you might have, you probably have the best 3 receivers. Bigler has some pretty sexy ones, but I don't know if I'll ever pick against your 3 receivers unless somebody gets hurt. So,
Right.
yeah, without a doubt, Julio, Hopkins, and Fitzgerald.
I'm going with myself as well.
Yeah.
Julio Hopkins and Fitzgerald. Question: receivers get rushing yards, right? Now, just like
Absolutely, yeah.
rushers
Yeah,
get
they
receiving
get
yards,
all
all points.
points,
All right,
yeah.
good then.
I
Go
saw
Julio,
that. I saw that.
11
You got-
rushing yards.
Yeah, you got an extra point there. All right. Running backs Drake and Hill. Are you playing Hill? You actually playing
as
him?
of this moment,
Wow, okay.
I currently am. It could change, but I think I am.
Okay. Freeman and Connor. Got to go Freeman and Connor. especially since Connors is going to be the starter week 1.
I would agree with you, although I do love the Kenyon Drake show.
Okay.
We're just hanging with our crew. Just loving the crew.
I love that you keep singing that too. All right. I'm going to give that to tight ends. I got to give it to Jimmy Graham in Green Bay. I think it's going to be retro Graham. But Doyle, don't sleep on him either.
Yeah, I agree with you. It's Jimmy Graham. But yeah, maybe Doyle will have a good game or not.
Yeah.
I'm just hoping for him to be consistent. That's all.
Right. And last year, I loved Doyle.
Yeah.
Got a lot of receptions, decent amount of touchdowns. If anything like last year, you'll be happy.
Yeah.
Plus, he's got luck. So
Doyle rules.
Yeah.
Doyle rules.
All right. The flex, Hogan versus Fuller. I think it's going to be closer than the projections show. I'll still go with the Hogan since Edelman's out.
Hogan's Heroes, baby. Penn State lacrosse player.
I just learned that. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
But Fuller, I mean, he was incredible last year. Whenever, what's his name was
Watson
healthy.
was in.
Yeah. So
deep ball.
that might be a really good flex showdown right there.
He's like a Houston version of Mike Wallace for the Steelers.
Oh yeah.
With one-trick pony.
Nice. All right, I was only half listening because I was looking at kickers. How does and the reason I was stopped there is like he has DeAndre Hopkins as a kicker.
I know, right?
Isn't that crazy? I don't even know who that is.
That's I think it's Dustin Hopkins.
Okay, that's crazy. I'm gonna give it to Lutz.
I will give it to Lutz as well.
And then
New Orleans kicker.
finally, I'm gonna go Chicago's D here.
Really?
Yeah.
Khalil Mack's probably not going to play that much.
Is that right?
Yeah, because they said he played because he hasn't been in camp at all. So he's probably going to
All right,
40 to
I'm
50%
gonna change it to New England then.
Okay, well I'm going New England.
All right, yeah, I'm gonna go back to New England.
Okay.
Alrighty. You're actually favored by quite a bit in terms of projections, since Freeman's not doing very well so far, and given the strength of your receivers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with your team this first week. I think if Jay wins, it's gonna be an upset. So I'm gonna take your team.
I would agree. If Jay wins, it'll be an upset. I'm picking myself as well, and like I said, I love my receivers.
Yeah.
I had a
How could you
clear
not?
zero running back strategy.
I mean, and yeah, that's obvious. I mean, was Hogan your fourth receiver?
He was.
Yeah.
I just went receiver,
Yeah.
receiver. And it was because everybody kept running backs. You guys all kept the freaking great running backs. So I was like, why would I, like Jay was like Devontae Freeman. He didn't want to pick him. I didn't want to pick him either.
No one did.
So I went for a great wide receiver.
You know what?
Julio.
Hey, you know what you should do with Hogan?
What's that?
Trade him to Tree Size after he has 3 big games.
He doesn't have does he have an Elliott? He doesn't have Elliott, but he has something. Does he have a good running back?
Yeah. Well, he's got AB. I'm trying to think his running back is.
I don't think Hogan for AB would work.
No, but hey, it worked for me last year.
I know we don't want to talk about it because it gets people upset.
I know. But yeah, trade him right before Edelman comes back.
He has Edelman.
No one will see it coming.
Edelman and Hogan.
Does he? A nice combo, yeah.
Best two receivers.
All right. Did we already say we were gonna? Yeah.
Yeah.
The matchup of the week: the White Wolf versus Springfield Isotopes. Who will win, the commissioner or the assistant to the commissioner? We shall find out in the first of the week, the matchup of the week. Who will start the week off 1-0? Who will be strong? Who will be weak?
Great introduction. Question. I don't remember why he's called the White Wolf. What was the reasoning behind it?
I didn't know there was a reason.
I think he does have a reason. I just can't remember.
Like a comic book character?
I'm not sure. I mean, there's clearly a picture of a white wolf, but I'm sure there's a story behind it. I feel like he might have mentioned it on the lineup. I just don't remember.
And why is Craig Wolverine? Does he think Jimmy's hairy?
Yeah, I don't know. He always likes to be clever with that. I don't know.
His little quips.
Yeah, I don't know if I completely buy this first one.
Well, this is like, remember how after the first, I think after week 5, he said how we don't even say anything about his little things anymore.
Yeah, so we have to mention it every week.
Right,
to
yeah, exactly.
Keep him going.
Yeah. So,
you know what I can't wait for? Craig talking to
spice lattes.
No, Craig talking into his YouTube channel for an hour and a half.
I love it.
Can't wait.
Yes. I can't wait either. It's how
You
I
said
fall
that's
asleep.
how you get your best sleep.
Yeah, it is. Well, either that or edibles. But
Kabiscuit's probably better. I don't know about better, but
edibles are amazing when you want to go to sleep. But yeah, I'm gonna go that second. He's a very very close second.
Okay. All right. Let's.
But I do want to. I know I'm just rambling. I want to see what he has up in his back in the room in the back.
Oh,
like
yeah,
the
yeah,
Hell's
yeah.
Thief poster
Yeah.
or the
See what he switched it up
Pillow
with,
Rivers.
yeah. I'm sure we'll have something going.
Surprises, Craig.
All right.
Anyways, to the matchup.
All right. I'm gonna take Stafford by a lot.
By a lot.
Yeah, I just feel like the Chargers defense is gonna be great this year.
They are rumored to be great.
Yeah, and I just feel like Stafford's gonna start it off decent. Is the Jets secondary supposed to be all right?
Jets?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't even know who they are, so
I'm not
probably
sure
I'm
either.
going to say no.
Yeah. So
Well, and I got the Jamal Adams guy from LSU, but I think he's a safety.
all right. Well, I'm gonna go Stafford.
I'm going to go Stafford as well.
Yeah.
Clearly, it's got great receivers. Theoretic, they're going to pass a lot. I would imagine. So, but
Yeah.
I don't know. Pat Mahomes could be like a wild card. Who knows what he's going to be? But yeah, Stafford.
Okay. All right. Receivers. That's a pretty interesting. I mean, that's tough. Because
I don't think it's that
obviously, who do you like?
I'm going Craig.
You just like his trio better, huh?
I do. AJ Green, Hill, and Baldwin. I think that's a solid trio. I think Cooper
Yeah.
Kupp is a weak link of Jimmies.
All right, I kind of agree. I think Beckham will probably have the best score out of all those, even though AJ Green's projected to have the
Don't even know
most.
if that's true.
I know.
Jalen Ramsey.
Yeah, that's a good point. All right, Craig. All right, running backs. I know Craig's all about just those pass-catching running backs, but I'm gonna go with Gordon and Lynch.
I'm going to agree with you. I'm going Gordon Lynch as well. Gordon, solid running back. Should be better than he was last year.
Yep.
Not that he was bad last year, but when Jimmy all of a sudden I thought it was Jimmy's last year with him as a keeper. And he was like, oh no, I got it for one more year. I'm like, come on, man.
I think everybody, including him,
Yeah.
he wasn't even sure it was his third year.
Yeah, but like I said, I went and toe with everybody keeping running backs. But yeah, I think him and Lynch are going to be better than White and Lewis.
Yeah. And I just want to say this for the record before the season starts. I know Craig, his strategy is to get all those pass-catching running backs. I don't think it's going to pan out. I really don't. I think he's going to underperform in terms of his running backs, other than Gurley. I think his other two running backs are going to... But they've always underperformed.
His running backs?
Yeah.
Oh, well, with the pass-catching running backs, it's all about their target share.
Look, he beat you with Rod Smith.
Oh my gosh, dude! Don't bring that up, dude. Jimmy, it's Rod Smith and Jonathan Stewart.
Yeah.
3 touchdowns each.
Yeah.
Come on.
That doesn't happen.
That's just
That
a
doesn't
horseshoe
happen.
shoved so far up your butt.
Yeah. If you win that game, he doesn't make playoffs.
Exactly.
Yeah. But
And
that wasn't in the playoffs, was it?
No,
That was
it was
regular
right
season.
before, or a couple
Because
week 12 or
you
13.
win that game, he doesn't make it.
Yeah, that's so
All right.
upsetting.
So Rod Smith basically won him the championship in a roundabout way. All right, let's move
In a
on.
roundabout way. Yes. Okay.
Olsen
Tight
or
ends.
Njoku?
I'm going Njoku
Njoku.
because versus Pittsburgh, I think that he's gonna eat. He's just gonna clean
Yeah,
up.
he was actually my favorite Brown in the Hard Knocks. I watched most of
Yeah?
Hard Knocks. Yeah, they didn't feature him a lot, but when they
No.
did, he's all about like meditation, being like visualizing, just like really being in the zone, and he just seems like he's got it together, and he's like clearly a huge athlete.
I like Brogan Roebuck.
Yeah, he was awesome.
He was pretty funny.
He was hilarious.
having to stock the
He was
the
such
fridge.
he was such a bro.
He was. Oh, he'd be a good guy to hang out with. His girlfriend wasn't like she wasn't like a fancy hot girlfriend, that's like a model or something. She was pretty, but she kind of had some hood in her.
Yeah.
She had a tattoo on her wrist that went around. I think it was a rosary, and like had her hair pulled up like a normal person.
Yep.
Anyway, I thought she was like a normal pretty, not like the Baker Mayfield, whatever he's dating.
Right. Since we're on the topic of Hard Knocks, we've gotten off task here.
Yes, we have.
My favorite was probably I think it was like a defensive player, the rookie, the financial guy.
Carl Nassib
Yeah, Nassib.
from Penn
Yeah,
State.
Yeah. He cracked me up. He was funny.
Went to Tennessee.
Is that right? Oh, he
Yeah,
did?
2
I didn't
days
know
after.
that. Good for him.
Didn't you watch the last one?
I did,
Did you-
actually.
you
I didn't
watch
see
the
I didn't
finale?
Yeah, I watched the finale.
Oh
I
yeah,
didn't
2
see
days
that.
after he got let go, he got signed by
I
Tennessee.
watched the very, very end.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Must have cut it early. But he was my favorite. He cracked
He was
me
pretty
up.
funny.
All right, back to this. Let's
So we're
see
both
here.
going Njoku?
Yeah.
All right. Although I also say at the draft, that was a good thing for Jimmy when he's like, All right, somebody, you gotta be in joking me.
Yeah. He said that.
I thought it was Jimmy or it
Might have
might have
been.
been Jay.
I think it might have been Jay.
Anyway, I was like, that's pretty funny.
That's a good one. All right, Gurley. Got to take Gurley over Freeman.
Yes, you do. Hate to say it. Obviously, it's Gurley. Man, oh man, Craig, you're lucky you got him.
He is. All right.
Kickers. I'm going Boswell. In Bos we trust.
Yep, me too. Boswell. And gonna take...
dude, I go New Orleans.
Me too. New Orleans.
First Tampa Bay. Come on.
Is it Ryan Fitzpatrick gonna start?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That means that's like good for 3 interceptions.
Yeah. All right, I'm taking New Orleans as well.
All right.
I think this matchup's gonna be pretty close. And even though Craig's receivers are a little bit stronger, I'm gonna say Stafford pulls this out for Jimmy. Mahomes is not gonna be able to figure it out too early on. I think him and Tyreek Hill will underperform.
True. I'm going to go with Jimmy as well, the White Wolf. I love the name. Not just because it's white, as you guys are going to say, but
really?
I think the White Wolf is a cool name.
Yeah.
I think Stafford, I also think Gordon could feast on Casey's weaker defense now. And I think New Orleans defense is what is going to pull it out, because I do believe that they might have either a special teams touchdown or an interception for a touchdown versus Tampa Bay in front of their home crowd.
Yeah.
So.
All right, that's the last matchup there.
Yes, it is.
All right, any final thoughts before we kick off the season?
Final thoughts are, aren't we happy we're all here again?
Yeah.
Who it came by? Oh, we didn't not watching the TV commercial. We didn't get to watch Colin Kaepernick to talk about. We'll talk about next week.
We'll save that. Yeah.
I'm happy for the league to be back together again. It was good to see everybody at the draft, including Jimmy on the computer. Look forward to a full season, and just hopefully nobody's players gets hurt week 1.
Yeah.
Because that just would suck. It already sucks for Tree Size.
It does. Yeah.
Yeah, and so
one of his keepers is down.
Yeah, it always just feels like somebody's gonna get hurt week 1, and I just hope it never happens.
Yep.
But those are my thoughts. Good luck, guys.
Yeah, I'll just piggyback on that. This is the best time of the year because everybody's pretty much thinks they have the best team, except for Bean, because he already admitted he doesn't think that.
It's
but
like Christmas because nobody's opened up their presents yet.
Right, and you just feel like I've got the best team, but it won't. And it's just like everybody's, everybody has a winning record, so to speak, because nobody has a loss.
Right.
It just feels great. So I'm psyched for Sunday. I'm going to be taping everything. I told Detling we're taking Nola to see Sesame Street live. So I'm going to try to tape the games and come back. Hopefully they don't find anything out. If some dad ruins it for me at Sesame Street, I'm going to be so mad.
That would be terrible.
There's going to be some dad who's going to be
like... But you don't even know these people. You guys going to be like, dude, Steelers are winning 10-3. Shut up, man. Elmo's on.
Elmo's on.
Love this guy.
Shut up, it's Ernie.
It's Ernie. Bert and Ernie.
Come on, he's doing Rubber Ducky.
Let me know if there's any new characters. It's actually good. I don't know what else there.
There are a few new ones like Abby Kadabi, if you know her.
Nope, no idea who that is.
There's a few new characters. we'll do a review for it next week.
Yeah, give me the old review.
Yeah.
Where's this at?
Greensburg, Palace Theater.
Palace Theater. Oh, nice.
Never been there.
I have been there. It's very nice.
Yeah, I've heard good things. Yeah. Also, R.I.P. to Burt Reynolds, best mustache ever.
Dude, I have a great Burt Reynolds story, but we don't have time for it.
Yeah, we'll save it for next week.
It's great. It involves Russell Crowe.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so,
teaser.
Yeah, teaser. Tune in next week, boys.
Smokey and the Bandit. Love that movie.
Yes.
Honestly, love that movie. My dad made me watch that movie way too many times when I was a kid.
Dude, I could totally see your dad watching that movie.
Yeah.
And it's not just the family picture you have where he's holding a beer over here in the kitchen. With the random Asian girl, when I saw it when I was here, I was like, what's going on? Who's this? And before I clicked on who she was.
That's funny. Yeah, so R.I.P. Burt Reynolds.
R.I.P. Burt Reynolds.
All right, you ready, Detling?
I'm always ready, Brian. Cue